Immense crowd of people who have apparently come to the waterfront to welcome the arriving boat. So many different types of faces. Germanic, Irish, Portuguese, Chinese, whom we had already encountered in San Francisco, and the large-bodied men and women with the dark skins and the radiant smiles. They must be Hawaiians. And there's Father Leonor with his delegation assembled to They come as quietly as they can, I'm sure, in gossipy, Protestant Honolulu. The Queen weeps, expressing her sincere gratitude for our coming and lamenting her dying people. Her dying people. Their manner of dying, I am to learn later, is born of despair and a sense that no one cares. I memorized the phrase that describes their dying. Na kanaka. The bishop speaks to the congregation in English, welcoming us on behalf of the government. Of Our Lady of Peace. In the doorway stands His Lordship, the Bishop of Oba, and he's flanked by the priests and brothers of the Congregation of the Sacred Hearts, the boys of St. Louis College. Visit to the branch hospital for lepers in Kaka'ako. I see for the first time a leper. I feel when all I feel is a great wave of love that washes over me. How can I turn away from this face when what I see is the face of Christ? Not asking for my compassion, but demanding a love to match His own. What I do, God understands, knowing me. And knowing even the attitude of the stewards towards the diseased Hawaiians. I begin giving orders. The blinded eyes, the mutilated bodies, the open ulcers, as I am by the stench and the filth of the room and the swarm of flies. And I am angered to find a man reputed to be beyond help left to die alone on the floor without water or nursing of any kind, condemned by the steward's judgment to die alone on the bare floors. Can you imagine? Well, when one of my sisters points him out to me, I turn and have a few choice words, and not in High German, to Mr. Walter Murray Gibson and Mr. Van Giesen. Too hard on poor Mr. Gibson. It is entirely possible he did not know the conditions under which the hospital was operating. But he should have known. He was the president, Board of Health, President Board of Education and the King's Foreign Minister, wasn't he? Why, at St. Joseph's Hospital, This isn't Syracuse. And despite the assurances of Father Leonor in his masterwork of literary promises, this is not my hospital. Not yet.
This morning's reading is some reflections from the Francis of St. I could not leave her presence without feeling the sweet, peaceful influence of her grand noble spirit. It was not what she would say from her voice or feel, but just her presence.
Different from every other school in this state. You are the beneficiaries, the direct beneficiaries of Mother Marianne. St. Francis School, Blessed Marianne Cope, Preschool, all exist because of this one woman. When somebody tells you you can't do something, think it through and remember Mother Marianne. 50 other communities were asked.
Do you want ice cream? Okay, hold on. Dana. Yes, you do. Okay, go with the line. Let's move the line. Okay, move the line. Okay. That was so funny.
What's my name?
So well behaved.